Hey there, this is LaQuita with QuitabugHandmades.com, and thank you so much for joining me for another Stampin' Up tutorial. For today's project, I'm going to share with you my May team make and take. So each month I design a make and take project to share with my team of Quitabug stampers, and this is something that we are able to do virtually together, and then I send out the little kit to them, which I will show you in a minute, and they're able to recreate the project as well. So it gives us the opportunity to stamp virtually together since we don't all live in the same place. So for today's project, I am featuring the Sunshine Sayings stamp set. This is in our current annual catalog. I also used the coordinating thinlits that go along with this stamp set. If you like these two items, these are available currently as a bundle in my online store. And when you do the bundle, you save 10%. So I would really recommend going ahead and picking up this bundle. This stamp set and the framelits are carrying over into our new annual catalog, which goes live on June 1st. However, they're not available as a bundle. So you'll have to purchase these two separately. So you might as well save 10% and get it now versus paying full price later. And then we're also using the Balloon Celebration stamp set. This is another one that's in our current annual catalog and is carrying over into the new one. So here's my team make and take for the month of May, and actually I was inspired to create this card based on our color challenge that we had this week on my team. So this week we were supposed to create a project that featured basic black, pear pizzazz, pool party, and also silver foil. So I decided to kind of knock both out in one, so I designed the make and take around those colors. So this was also my color challenge project that I shared with my team. Okay, so when I send them their make and take, I send it just like this in one of our clear medium envelopes. So you can pick these up in my online store, and I'll have a link to these just below the video and also on my coordinating blog post for today. So an envelope is included, and we are going to stamp our envelope in just a little bit. So let's go ahead and get started with the other stamping. All right, so I am bringing in a piece of scratch paper because when we do our stamping on this congrats piece, we are going to stamp a little bit off the edge. So I'm going to bring in my Pear Pizzazz ink pad and also my pool party. I put this like that. And then for this piece, let me just show you. All right, so for this congrats piece, we're going to use this image right here and also the open star image. So I'm going to start with the little circle medallion type image, the little polka dot image, and I'm just going to start stamping randomly. Some places I'm going to stamp off like that, and then some parts I'm going to stamp the entire image. So we'll just do a few of these in Pear Pizzazz. Okay, I think that looks good. Now I'm gonna do stamp the open stars in Pool Party. So let's see, let's do some here, there, do a little off the edge there, down here, there, fit one right in between there. I love creating my own background. It's so much fun. And then right there. Okay, I think that looks good. So let me just show you a close-up there of my stamping. So that's how that looks up close. Okay. All right, so now I'm bringing in my envelope, and I want to go ahead and decorate that. So I'm going to use the flower image and the leaf image from the Sunshine Sayings stamp set. I'm going to go ahead and bring in my flower, and I want to stamp that in the pool party. I'm just going to do this in the bottom left-hand corner, right about here. And I still have room to put both addresses on there. Now for my leaf image, I'm going to stamp that in Pear Pizzazz. So let's see. Stamp one there. Rotate this around. Stamp right there, and then you know what, I think I want one more there. Okay, just like that. So we're finished with these two colors. Okay, so now in the kit there's also a little piece of Whisper White, and I'm just going to bring in my basic black, and we're going to stamp the So Happy For You sentiment on here. Okay, and I'm just gonna stamp in the middle, but it doesn't really matter where you stamp on this piece. And that right there, I got a little bit of the edge of the stamp. That's actually okay because we're gonna cut these words out, so that'll be fine. All right, so now we can go ahead and start putting these pieces together. So for the card base, I've got a piece of Pear Pizzazz cardstock here. This is cut at 11 inches by 4 1/4 inches, and I've scored it at 5 1/2. And I'm just gonna go ahead and crease that score line. And then we can add our pool party on top of our basic black piece. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that using Fast Fuse. Okay, just add that right on top. All right, so I've got those two pieces added together. I'm also gonna go ahead and add my silver foil on top of my pool party. And I want this in the center, but towards the top. So I guess right about there should be okay. Okay, there we go. And now I can add this entire layer to the front of my card base. All right, so now what I want to do is take my congrats, and I'm going to flip this over and just put a little bit of adhesive down here in the corner, because there's also some silver 1/8 inch ribbon in the kit, and this is actually also carrying over into our new catalog, which I'm excited about. So I'm just going to wrap this around towards the bottom here. Wrap that around, stick it right in that adhesive, and then I'm just going to trim off the extra because we're going to use that. Okay, so now I'm just going to add some dimensionals to the back here. So let's see, I'm just going to start putting some on. I don't want this to sag on my silver foil, so we'll just start adding those on. Okay, so now I'm just going to take the backings off of my dimensionals, and you can see I was very generous with my dimensionals. I love dimensionals. Okay, so just take this off, one more. Okay, and now we can just add this right on to the center of our silver foil. Okay, I think that's going to have to go there. Okay, there we go. Give it a press. All right, so now I'm going to come in with my So Happy For You, and I'm going to cut that right in half, right about there. And then I'm just going to trim this out by hand. So right about there looks good for the So Happy. And then I'll go ahead and do the same thing for the For You. If you want this more precise, you could trim it out with your paper trimmer, but I liked this hand cut look. Okay, there we go. And then I'm just gonna add this on using Fast Fuse and just kind of offset this So Happy. Yeah. And then For You. Okay, just like that. Okay, and then the last thing is to take the little piece of that 1/8 ribbon that is left and just tie that in a little knot off to the right hand side of our card. So right about there, and I'm just going to pull just like that. Super simple. And then we can just trim the ends. All right, and that finishes up my May Team Make and Take. I absolutely love how this card turned out, and I love this color combination. All right, so I hope that you guys enjoyed today's tutorial. You can find more information about joining my team of Quitabug stampers, as well as more details about today's project, including the measurements and supplies, listed over on today's coordinating blog post. I've linked it just below this video in the description notes. So thank you so very much for joining me today, and I will speak to you again very soon. Bye now.